The power of the dark side.
Greetings, Earthlings! The Martian is here, and today, for your Martian invasion, we have some breaking news. Originally reported by Dark Horizons here, Kathleen Kennedy, KK, for those who know and love her, says the Boba Fett Solo film is dead and gone, saying here, being reported by Emmy-winning journalist Eric Weber, reporting in a tweet last night saying that Kathleen Kennedy has personally confirmed to him the Boba Fett movie is 100% dead and all development on the project is being refocused on the currently in production Mandalorian TV series from executive producer Jon the Man Favreau. Folks, I don't know about you, but just between you, me, and the Force, I, for one, am actually relieved. Boba Fett is probably my most favorite character in all of Star Wars. I remember as a small child collecting diligently all of those tiny proofs of purchases on all of the figures and sending them in with my, I don't know, dollar or couple dollars in cash and change and various things to get the Boba Fett figure, which I had hoped had the shooting out missile, but it didn't. It was glued in. But I was still happy because it was a character from the next film, and I hadn't even seen yet. None of us had. I remember my neighbor. Both of us got one. We were both thrilled. We had only seen him in the Star Wars holiday special, the ever infamous Star Wars holiday special. So it was a special time. I think if you're a original Star Wars fan, one of the reasons why Boba Fett was so important to you. But it looks like that movie, at least, is over. As I said, I, for one, am glad. I don't want such a wonderful character to be brutalized and abused and ruined in such a horrible Star Wars environment right now. I would rather see him be made as a movie or character, or even included in the Mandalorian TV series after KK is gone. I think doing it right now is going to be a disservice to the character. Best to let Jon Favreau do it, or someone else who truly knows the character. I think doing it now it's going to end up something like a Solo film. They're going to cast it wrong. They're going to include all kinds of stupid SJW stuff in it. They're going to NPC up the whole movie, and it's going to be a dumpster fire from day one. The fans are going to hate it. It's going to go nowhere, and I think everybody knows that. The other reason I think this is being done, honestly, I think this is just some sour grapes on the part of KK. She knows that the fans don't like her, and she knows that this is a favorite character of theirs. So I think it might be a little sour grapes on her part, just to show the fans, what she can do and how she can further displease them. But like I said, for the true fan, I don't think we're unhappy about this. I think we are glad that this movie is not being made, because we don't want you making it, Miss Kennedy. That is where it's at here. We would much rather the film be either made by Jon Favreau or be included in his series. I'm hoping that this series isn't too influenced by Miss KK, and I don't think it will. I think they are generally going to give him a blank slate to play with here, and I think that may save Star Wars. We talked about this before, and I think as things are going poorly in the Star Wars universe, I think instead of going big, they're going to go small. They're going to go to the small screen, and they're going to try to redouble their efforts, so to speak, and they're going to try to build something on the small screen that they can maybe then later take to the large one. As I said, there's nothing saying that Boba Fett can't appear later, even in this series or something else. And even not, it's quite possible through this series, through the Mandalorian culture, the gunfighter, as they're calling him, may end up getting to be even a equally as popular character as Boba Fett, and maybe he will get his own film. We don't know. We have no idea. Maybe they'll include Boba Fett in some sort of collaboration film. Maybe it'll be something about the Hutts or something else. We don't know. The fact is, saying it's dead, nothing's ever dead in film world. It's like Marvel. At one time, the catchline in Marvel was no one's dead except Bucky, and Bucky came back. So there's no saying that he's gone forever. Could appear later. We have no idea. But it's interesting that this comes up now because there was recently a theft on the Mandalorian studio set. There's a story right here talks about it. Theft of, let's see, according to Hollywood Reporter, studio where Mandalorian is being filmed was the site of an act of grand theft, which in California means any theft of any item with a value of $950 or more. Source saying the items were taken from the Mandalorian set specifically. I would not doubt that this is probably some kind of piece of Mandalorian armor, a helmet, some other shoulder bells or something. And honestly, they could very well easily value this thing at $950 or more. It could have cost them a few dollars to make. Who knows? And they're going to value it at that because it's very easily a fan would want to pay that much. But here's some pictures of George Lucas, the man, visiting the set of The Mandalorian. And there's the cowboy himself right there. I get the feeling these three guys right here could save the future of Star Wars if they could somehow let Lucas back in, even quietly, and allow him to have some influence in this series. I think that could save things. I think we know that Lucas at one time planned a live action series. This was just after the first three films when he made the prequels. He had said he was originally planning one, a 10 episode series, and couldn't do it. I don't think he couldn't secure the financing. And at the time, he said he felt that the effects weren't there at that time. He wanted he could do it cheaply enough. So maybe this is his way of worming his way into that project that he wanted to do back then. Hopefully that's true. I don't know. We shall see. But whatever was stolen, I don't know. Would I like to blame it on KK? Sure, I would. But quite honestly, not really her fault. But, people are going to do this kind of stuff. And will they ever catch the guy or girl who did it? Who knows? Probably a fan or someone just trying to sell something on eBay. But either way, it doesn't it doesn't bode well for the series. But then again, it gets it some attention in the press. So they always say good, even bad PR is PR. So. Says Sci-Fi Wire reports that in addition to various pieces of equipment, the take included a memory card. So it's possible it could be scripts. Who knows? And if it's true, it is. They're likely to change them anyhow. So, and the thing is, if anything gets leaked, I don't know how they're going to leak it because they could end up linking it back and finding out who actually stole this stuff. So either way, some exciting news, but seems like we've still got all our hopes post posted here on The Mandalorian, and hoping that this is going to be the thing that saves Star Wars. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there, a lot of people that are saying that that it isn't wanted or it's not going to work. I have my hopes, but we don't know. So anyhow, if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button down there. Folks, I think we're going to still keep doing the Star Wars updates and the Marvel updates and such, but it seems like most of the reaction I'm getting are, well, twofold. One, the NPC videos that I've been making, and two, seems like most of the reactions and video and views that I'm getting are for Star Trek stuff. So I think that's where I'm going to focus some of my attention. I may even make a different intro and we may go from there, but seems like you guys are, believe it or not, you're liking Star Trek stuff more. So I think that's where I'm going to focus my attention. And, we might do like, maybe would be like the Comicsgate Star Trek channel, something like that. So anyways, if you have any suggestions or stuff you want to hear or talk about, put it down below. Like the video, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, share, and hit the bell for further notifications. That is your Martian invasion for today, folks, and I am out of here. Later.